Welcome back to MMP. I'm Blake. I'm here with my co-hosts, Alex and Josh.
And we got a whole bunch of news, a bunch of different movies. That some got trailers, some got trailers that only were shown to a private audience at CinemaCon. And yeah, we're just going to be talking about it. Blake has the whole lineup there. He'll just kind of name something and we'll just talk about it. This is just a little chat. Go
I feel
ahead,
like
Blake.
the first thing is the public trailers that we got to see. The Flash had its second trailer come out. I'm sure both of you have seen it by now, but what are your guys' thoughts on it?
I still want to see it. I'm going to say it, which is crazy to think. I do. I'm going to watch this movie in the theater. Wild. It's going to happen.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it, but to be honest with you, the CGI does not look finished whatsoever. There's only some shots. There's only some shots in there that look good, and like majority of them, like the last shot of the trailer where you have the three characters kind of running towards the screen. That was just Jesus Christ. That was awful.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It looked fine.
The running up part looked okay, and then like the little like bouncy part at the end there, I don't know what that was, to be honest with you. Um, and then like I guess we get a closer look at the other Flash in like the actual movie, like his suit. It looks god awful. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I assume it's just going to be like a bunch of junk put together, and that's how they get the suit, since there's no, I guess, when Barry fucks everything up, there's no Flash there either. So um, they have to create the Flash from scratch, literally there. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. But regardless, that fucking suit looks really bad. Even the main Flash suit. To be quite honest with you, that's one of the things that I did not mind from the Zack Snyder, you know, his time doing the DC universe. The suit was fine. It was just the actor that I wasn't really a fan of. And now you just took both of them away because like the suit looks fucking god awful. I'm sorry. The only good thing I can say is that it has the okay colors, and then it has like the lightning strikes throughout like the actual suit. Other than that, though, the way the suit looks, it looks fucking bad. It looks rubbery. It looks just straight up garbage.
Yeah, it
The
does.
cowl, it just I prefer the cowl from the first suit. It just doesn't look good to me. I'm sorry, it just
Yeah.
doesn't.
Nah,
You
this
want to know
looks
what I
so
say?
dumb.
Genuinely, the Flash TV show has some better suits on there, and even those aren't that great either. The CGI might be literally on par, and you're comparing a
No, I don't know
high
about that,
budget
man. CW, there's a lot
DC.
of
I don't
bad,
know.
there's a
Hey,
lot of
man,
bad
I don't
CGI
know.
moments in
Let's not go
CW.
too far.
Let
I'm
me-
praying on the
Well, I was
Flash
about to say,
downfall, but let's not
I
go
was about
too
to say,
Sorry,
the
sorry. Okay,
CW
I may have gone
Flash,
too far.
man.
I went too far. I'm sorry.
I've endured so many bad CGI moments with the Flash, and so in my response to those bad CGI from the trailers, I got one more in me. Got one more. I can do it.
bro. It looks terrible. Like in terms of actual looks of it, it just looks bad. Yeah, it just seems like they're hoping that Michael Keaton's enough to get people in theaters. Really, they're hoping they can do enough cameos to get people to go see it. Is what it looks like. Other than that, so dumb, so stupid. I will say though, shout out them because there's a little scene of like the younger Barry running, like when Barry shows up, and that kid also looks like the most unathletic kid ever running. So at least they kept that. Like Ezra Miller is one of the most unathletic humans ever, and the slow motion running of them is terrible. So at least they're like, okay, let's find a kid who sucks at running, just to make sure that it all lines up. Like he grows up and still sucks at running. So shout out them for just finding unathletic fucks, but good on them. Yeah, who cares? Equalizer 3. That's another trailer that we got to see that came out. Denzel Washington's final appearance, because I mean it says in the trailer the final time, which is good. Let's Denzel's getting up there. Let him do real shit. Um, I mean, it looked entertaining. I mean, obviously, it's the Equalizer series. It's not supposed to be deep. It's just supposed to be, good action. And it looked like it had some good action in it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just straight up. He puts a
Yeah.
gun in someone's face, goes through it, and proceeds to shoot a bullet through his face. So, that was pretty cool. I can't remember too much of the other ones. I was just talking about you guys before we started recording. I remember like when he's in the hardware store, and I think the second one was when Pedro Pascal was the villain. I can't remember too much of the actual story. I know he has like the timing thing where he knows the time it takes between, certain movements that the guy he's about to kill makes. That's about it. Like I'm going into this one genuinely forgetting everything from the first two because it's been that long. I can't remember when they came out though. So, but it looks fun.
Yeah, been a
A
while.
while. Yeah.
But I mean, it looks like what we expect it to be. A good action movie. Who cares about the storyline?
That's
Yeah,
And it's
pretty much
Denzel.
it's Denzel, bro. And he actually said recently his next thing is a sequel to Gladiator. That's his next project that he's working on.
Yeah, I heard that there was talks about that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. It sucks that, they didn't do that back when Russell Crowe was still Russell Crowe, because obviously they're going to have to. This won't be like a continuation from that point. Obviously, we'll be getting new characters and stuff. But
Yeah.
Russell Crowe's a legend, so it would have been cool to see him get to keep doing that role. And that's it for the trailers that we saw. Russell Crowe?
No,
No, he's
like the
mean.
character in
yeah,
the first movie.
He dies. Yeah, he dies.
I was just saying no.
But no, I think this is a prequel. I'm pretty sure this is a prequel. Is why I'm saying that.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I think it's a prequel, which is why I'm saying that. Yeah, he dies at the end. Very dead. I mean, these ones are mainly for Josh to talk about. I don't know about him as much. Maybe Alex does. But we got some more things they talk about. Conjuring, Last Rites, and Insidious: The Red Door. Josh, I know you've watched those franchises. Do you have excitement?
Yeah, I mean, of course, interested in The Conjuring, Insidious. Like, maybe if I am bored and want to go see a scary movie in theaters, then I would consider it. Otherwise, I mean, it's just okay. I'm just going to be honest. That was definitely one I thought was very overhyped. Some reason, though, considered extremely scary. Not really. But, yeah. And then also The Nun, 2?
Yeah,
which is also part of the series. That one, I'm curious. I think it's also bold to make a sequel because, like, The Nun was, I think, almost its biggest flop out of the whole series. At least in terms of, I know for sure, like, ratings of, like, audience score and, like, critic score wise. That one got kind of slammed. And a little, kind of deservedly so. Because I don't know how you choke such a fucking freaky ass villain in that one. So, bold move on that part, and we'll see. I mean, it's definitely a relevant one towards the other Conjuring movies. And if it looks at least decent, I'd definitely watch it.
All I heard about it was that Patrick Wilson was directing it. Like, the main guy from The Conjuring was directing the new Conjuring. So, it's just kind of cool.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. Yeah, I heard The Nun 2, they filmed it in a, like, abandoned church in Paris. Which I'm like...
Yeah, because...
Wild.
That's kind of cool. Maybe it'll be better.
Right. So maybe, they don't have to focus on the set of it because they already have,
That's hard.
the set piece.
Yeah.
So who knows? Another big kind of storyline we saw was Dune Part 2. I mean, we didn't get to see it. People at CinemaCon got to see it, and they showed a trailer for that one. Both of you saw Dune. Josh obviously really likes Denis Villeneuve, as one of his favorite directors. So what are your guys' thoughts on Dune 2?
I actually haven't seen Dune. I've been holding it off just because for the sequel to watch it right before. Yeah, I held it off to watch it right before the second one comes out because I knew it was going to be a hot minute before the second one comes out.
That's what
so I was like,
too.
I missed it in theaters, so I was like, might as well just wait but I definitely excited to watch both. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one, I would probably say, is definitely a setup movie. Like we've said before, it's, the acting was really well done, the directing was great and everything, but it unfortunately was a setup movie. So with what they left off at the end of that movie, I'm excited to see where this story takes us. From what I've heard, the story of Dune itself is so dense that you just had to break it up into parts. I don't know if they're even going to do a part 3, but definitely excited to see what Denis going to do for part 2.
I mean, it definitely will probably
And
keep
the
her going. I mean,
cast.
that book is literally massive. I think the big issue with this series, anyways, is the fact they went with crazy loaded cast. So I'm like, the budget
Yes.
for that alone is stupid. And then on top of the fact, you're gonna have to give it a crazy good budget for everything else. But also, I mean, our boy has worked with less, as we've seen with Blade Runner. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, the tough part is that this one has to be a hit, though, if there's going to be more. Like, it has to be really good.
Well, I feel like it will be. It'll do good in theaters. I feel like people seem to have liked the first part, and like you said, I'll probably end up seeing that one in theaters since it is supposed to be more of like an action kind of thing, which draws me more to the theater. So I'll probably end up, like you said, I'll probably just wait and I'll watch part 1 right before it, and then I'll go see it in theater. So I feel like it's going to get the repeat people who liked part 1, as well as people like us who were missed out on it, and now we're like, yeah, I'll go see the second one. So I feel like it'll do good.
Mm-hmm.
But another one, Furiosa, which is a prequel, I believe, or maybe it's a continuation. I don't know. I don't remember Mad Max, but it's of her from what was her name? Charlize Theron character in Mad Max, played by Anya Taylor-Joy. Love her, so I'm excited for that. And I think they might have shown something from this because I saw some people talking about like Anya Taylor-Joy looked like Charlize Theron a lot in this. They said so. They must have maybe it's just stills from it, or maybe they did show a trailer. I don't know for sure. But I mean, I haven't seen Mad Max in a long time. I just know it's definitely a really good action movie. And this is not going to be much different. I'm sure they're going to focus on the action still. So I mean, I'm pretty excited for it.
Completely agree, 100%. I mean, I have nothing much to add to that. I really liked Fury Road, and I would imagine that Furiosa would follow right behind that. It's been a while. I can't remember the last. I think it was 2014 when Fury Road came out. So it's been almost 10 years. So.
I mean, it's been so long. I haven't even seen it. So I mean, it's one of my biggest sins. It's been there. It's that one. Mad Max, all right, is one of the movies that are on that list of when I'm really bored
Give us
and
some
I'm
more.
like, I'm about to watch a movie.
Give us some
about
more.
To watch a movie. Nah. You'll find
Yeah,
out.
let's hear.
Man.
Let's hear some more.
I mean, Blade Runner was one of those for the longest. Blade Runner was at the top until I finally, I was on YouTube and I was like, can I just like rent this shit on YouTube? And then I did. I rented a movie on YouTube and I just watched it on my phone. Wild in there. But yeah. Dune is another one of that, and I just decided I'm gonna wait until the second Dune eventually comes out.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah. So look at that, man. Got another movie I could wait to watch right before it comes to theaters.
Right, I'm sure. No, I'm sure that'll happen.
Yeah, for real.
Very good.
Then, yeah, it is. From what I mean, I'll be honest. It's probably been at least 5 years since I've seen it, but I have seen it for sure, at least. And I do remember action scenes in it were dope. Aquaman 2, they saw, I guess I should say. We didn't actually see it, but they saw at CinemaCon a trailer for this. Amber Heard is still in it.
Yeah. After all that.
Shocker.
WB, man. What's wrong with you?
Well, let's not go too far. They have a redeeming arc at the end of this video. We'll talk about the redemption of Warner Brothers and Sony. But Yeah, Aquaman 2. I think I just have to, for Johnny Depp, I just have to sit out this one, even though I love Aquaman as a character. Who cares? You know, no one.
Is it gonna carry over? Is it not? Who fucking
No,
knows?
It won't at all. I mean,
no.
it's not even going to be a good sequel at all towards the first one alone. Well,
Well,
they
that's why
just
I'm like,
universe
who
building.
cares about those? Like Shazam 2, The
Yeah.
Flash, Aquaman 2. Is there another one? I feel like I missed one. Blue Beetle. I think they're all just going to lead to nothingness. So it's like people aren't going to care in terms of world building. You just have to want to see that movie for just that movie. And
Yeah.
Aquaman 2 just isn't one I don't think people are going to be like, man, I have to. But then again, Aquaman made $1 billion somehow. So I guess Aquaman 2, people might still see it.
Which is so crazy to think about.
It is. It really
I mean, let's be real, guys. How? You
That's
know?
insane.
Peace and love. With peace and love. Like,
People love
insane.
water, dude.
it was decent,
True.
but like $1 billion worth? Come on. Come on. That marketing team. Good
Hey.
on them.
Crazy.
Hey.
I don't know how.
You have scenes in like the water, and you have fucking dinosaurs. That's like, and like super popular like heroes and actors. You're pretty much set. You're like bound to make $1 billion no matter what. That's pretty much
I mean,
my
think of
consensus
Marvel.
here. Like
Marvel
the last
hasn't had $1
decade.
billion movie in a while.
That's true. Fucking Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, whatever, had
Yeah.
got $1 billion more recently than a Marvel movie did.
Yeah.
That is just wild to me.
I will never understand the hype of those movies.
That is
Me
wild.
neither. I'll be honest.
So bad.
Me neither. I saw like the first. I don't even know how many of them I saw with Chris Pratt, but I definitely didn't see the most recent one. Who cares? And to end it off on just a episode, or ones to talk about, Craven the Hunter had a trailer shown, which, from what I saw or heard, report on TikTok, it's rated R, and it definitely looks like it's going to be pretty badass. And Craven's not going to be a little, trash character. He's actually going to be a badass, because I think originally there was reports that he was going to kind of be like a, I don't remember. I thought I saw something like he was a vegetarian or something like, I don't remember. I could have swore I saw
it was
reports, something
probably
like
a bunch
that.
of false reports. Yeah.
Right.
Like
But it looks like-
PG-13, anti-hero, all
Yeah.
that.
But this one, it looks like he's actually going to be a badass. They gave it the R rating. And two things that I stood out to me that I heard is he bit someone's nose off in a scene and then spit it like at the camera. And he threw a bear trap at someone's face. So, I'm in.
You
Who's
know,
Craven again?
Aaron.
dude, your boy from
Jordan
Bullet
Taylor.
Train. Yeah.
Quicksilver.
Aaron
Taylor
Taylor Johnson.
There
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sold. Fuck it.
Yeah, so he's
I'm
already
sold.
ripped. You already know. He's going to be absolutely massive in that.
And
Yeah,
the
Rush
rhino's
long
in
hair.
it, except this rhino actually is like a metahuman who transformed. It's not like the Amazing Spider-Man where he is like a suit. So I'm a little wonder what that CGI is gonna kind of look like to see what he turns into.
Yeah. It's going to
That might
look
be a
like a
little
clay
sus.
rubber. Yeah,
Might be
we'll
a
see.
little.
Well, have you heard
situation.
reports of the CGI and how bad it is, or have you just?
I don't
heard
think
that,
we
you know,
saw
he's in
him.
it?
I think
Oh,
it
okay.
said the trailer ends with someone, I don't even know if we know who is playing Rhino, saying something along the lines of, "Do you want to see why they call me the Rhino?" or something like that. And then I don't know if we see him transform or hear about a transformation or something.
It's going to be the end credit.
It is, yeah.
It's going to be
It's
like
gotta
peek
be.
at the end
It's
again.
gotta be.
It's
so-
totally going to be at the end.
So there's, that's
Yeah.
We'll just segue that to the big transforming news. Allegedly, tomorrow, as of when we're recording this, so it's already out, Transformer, Rise of the Beasts, new trailer out, the second one. Big hyped for it. Can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's good. Let's get the series back in, man. Be nice.
For real. I mean, to be honest with you, they are pioneers in CGI, like along with
It's-
James Cameron. So, and it looks good. It looks good. It looks really good.
Fuck did James
Like from
Cameron
like the
do?
first trailer. What? He did
Huh?
Avatar.
Okay, and
Literally, take 2010 Avatar. It looks better than fucking the Flash
All I'm
CGI.
saying is Pirates of the
I get
Caribbean's
that.
better. Just saying.
Transformers has the best CGI, and it was in like 2008. What are we talking about here? What Michael Bay
Well,
did
we
is
got early
insane.
2000s.
Fair enough.
Just saying Transformers, Pirates of the Caribbean, and then Avatar.
I'm on board. I agree with that.
Just saying. I mean, the one boat scene, you know the boat scene I'm talking about, where he's walking down the
Yes.
stairs. You
Yeah,
tell me that's
slow-mo.
not gorgeous?
You're telling me, dude, fucking, what's
You know
his
what I mean?
face? With the tentacle face. Davy Jones?
Exactly.
Looks so good. And this is over a
Crazy
decade
good.
ago. And then you have
Yeah,
what we have put out today. And Transformers,
exactly.
it's insane how good it looks. It still holds up today better than stuff a
Yeah,
decade later, the technology we have.
yeah.
And Michael Bay, of all people, that's crazy. Fuck Taika Waititi. But yeah, Transformers. I'm excited. I'm excited for that trailer. I'm hyped.
Be fun. Be fun.
I mean, we of course we haven't seen this trailer yet, but I am excited to see it when it does come out. So
Well, I mean, there's a first trailer that came
yeah,
out already, so that alone, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's happening. As soon as I saw Optimus and I saw Gorilla, I was like, okay, cool, take my money. I'm in. That's all I need.
I am curious what the story will be. But, yeah.
Who cares?
it's
Who
Rise of the
cares?
Beast, bro.
I guess so, you know? But it's like, this gorilla just here. Is he a
Yeah,
good
bro.
guy?
There's like a Jaguar.
Bad guy?
No, whoa.
Yeah, I saw
Gorilla's
that.
on. He's a good guy. Gorilla's a good guy.
Could double cross.
If he's bad, I want him to win. Oh, actually, we'll talk about another one. Kong v Godzilla New Empire,
That's what I was
whatever the
supposed
hell
to
it's
mention,
called.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that had a teaser trailer come out.
Yep. A couple days
Let's
ago,
go.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago. I'm all in on the whatever verse that
Their
is
universe they're doing,
MonsterVerse.
bro.
Yeah, MonsterVerse it's called.
Fire.
All in.
They
That's
just keep
all I
getting
really
better.
can say.
To be honest, they just keep getting better. Honestly, they really do. They're fun to watch. You know what you're getting.
Did
I enjoy
Godzilla 2 come out after Kong Skull Island?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then they did not keep
Godzilla-
getting better.
Wait.
Skull Island is better than Godzilla 2.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
But it helped them learn, though. We needed a little less of the human interaction.
Well, yeah, the
They're
first one.
learning.
Yeah,
They're
they are.
learning.
They're evolving. Because
You
Kong
know?
vs. Godzilla
Yeah.
still had a little too much of Millie Bobby Brown. Shut up and die. No one cares about you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it had like a new primate that's completely a new character. It looks like they're making up. It's not any of the
Yeah.
ones that we've seen in previous Godzilla or Kong, which is wild how long those have been going on for. Especially Godzilla. Some like the movies they have from like long
That's what makes
time
it
ago.
cool, honestly.
Right, like that's kind of crazy, but it looks like this looks
Yeah.
like some kind of primate, and it might have Godzilla type powers. Its eyes were somewhat blue, but I couldn't tell if that was a reflection or
Yeah.
what. But it was just it definitely looked like some kind of primate, with a bunch of bones around it. So I'm actually pretty
Godzilla
excited.
and Kong bones.
And the CGI, I'm excited for that experience. They
I
always
mean,
hit
it's
with
over a
that.
year away though. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure.
fine.
I think it's
Yeah.
April of next year. Maybe March actually, so a little less than a year. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the movies
I'll watch it.
that they talked about. Just to close it out though, I want to say shout out to Sony and Warner Brother execs that came out and each of them talked on their own stage. It's not like they came together to have this speech, but they talked about movies need to be seen in cinema. Both of them do not want to do straight to streaming stuff. Obviously, Warner Brothers has HBO Max, which is now going to Max, I think, right? The name of it.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
keeps
but I mean, it's
changing
still
each
it's still the best one. At the end of the day, best streaming service is HBO Max.
Always.
Sony, I mean, they don't. Who do they own? I don't know what streaming service they have, but they both said they don't want to create movies that just go straight to streaming services. One of them, I want to say it was Sony's executive, said that streaming movies do not create movie stars. So they want to continue to put movies out in cinemas, which obviously here on this channel we're huge fans of. We love going to movie theaters. We think movies are meant to be seen in the movie theater. ideally movie theaters. Let's realize that. Let's stop making stupid expensive tickets. The one I
Hmm.
think is now thinking about making AMC, I think it is going to make it like you pay more depending on where you sit. They talked
Yeah,
about doing.
yeah.
Let's not fucking do
AMC
that.
and NCG, bro. Fuck those two.
Yeah,
Most
let's
expensive
not.
bullshit.
Let's not be
Yeah.
doing that. Just
Hmm.
everybody wants to go back to movies. It makes sense. You lower the prices, you're going to get more people in. It kind of just makes sense. Let's stop being dumb.
Hmm.
But shout out those execs for not just trying to fold and just do stream. Because I mean, I agree. I think streaming straight movies like Ghosted. Have any of you seen Ghosted yet?
No, no, I
Who the
don't care
fuck is
about.
going
That's
to?
an
No one
Apple
cares.
movie.
Yeah,
No,
like
I don't
no one
care.
cares. Let's stop making those movies. They're trash. Um, so yeah, just wanted to give those two execs a little shout out here on the channel as we're big movie theater people. So shout out them. That's gonna do it for this video. Leave a like as always. Comment down below which movie or trailer you're excited to see, or if you'd like the Equalizer or the Flash trailer, what your thoughts of those are. Subscribe to the channel as always, and we'll see you guys in the next one.